So I was curious with the last deck, and so let me shuffle. See a 4 come. And then I read the first one and realized that I have to record this because it's right on. With this deck, it's very specific guidance on the other side, so I'm just going to be reading them, and it's in this specific message that makes me realize just how poignant and confirming this reading is, because I'm not just speaking intuitively or my own opinion or whatever, it's what's on the card. So it's Garnet, aligning as well with the same color energy. Garnets are often a reddish orangey tone, so definitely about root chakra energy. So they just talk about the garnet in particular, and then says who needs it: writers who aren't writing, painters who aren't painting, sexual beings who aren't sexing. So Hierophant energy, Page of Wands energy, moving away from not doing what it is that makes you feel like you're living your passion and your purpose is literally what this card is right here. Taking action for what it is that you want to do, focusing for what it is that you want to do, not letting your past hold you back and away from what it is that you should be doing instead. Chasing butterflies, writing, painting, sexing, whatever you should be doing that brings you passion, that makes you feel like you're living your purpose, that brings you calm, that's going to create longevity for you, that's going to bring change and leadership. Where to put it? Any place, excuse me, any place you want to make something, be it art, love, or dollar bills, y'all. When to use it, when you feel like the real you is getting lost in the sometimes shallow, often materialistic priorities of a likes-driven culture. I mean, you can't make this up. This Hierophant energy of somebody dictating and making you feel like this is what it's got to be and this is what you need to do in order to whatever, ... No, you decide. You are the leader. You create the change. You become that inner child. You connect in with that inner child and Page of Wands energy of being like, nah, we're doing it my way. Period. I don't care if you like it or not. Get into your depth. Take action. Depth. This is again aligning with root chakra. Root. Get into your depth. And we're talking root energy all here with the reds. With the root chakra cards. Yo. On point. Thank you, Spirit. On point. Next card. Sugilite. Beautiful card. So I talk again about the stone, the color and such. And you know what I should read? I'll read the garnet. What it says for the garnet is garnets are deep pomegranate to fiery red stones that have lit wrists for centuries. Garnets came in many forms like almandine or almandine, grossular, and sepsartine, to name 3. I have melanite garnets from Madagascar. Stunning. Gorgeous garnets gush with positive vibes and are the perfect sparkling accessories to an I got this attitude. Yes, glad that I read that. I got this attitude. Focus. Take action. Don't let your past hold you back. Let them do whatever they're doing. You do you. Sugilite. Vibrant purple, electric magenta, void black. The surface of Sugilite calls forth otherworldly realms, dreamy, extraterrestrial, psychedelic, and its illuminating energy encourages you to leave behind reality and visit those far out regions. Yo, leave behind. Look at the alignment here. This is the chariot, the ship. Your loved ones are safe, cleansing, bringing in the light. Move away from this Here, this energy that's telling you to focus on, take action of something. Don't let this past hold you back. Go into your depth. Do what it is that you're not doing that you know you should be doing. This is the path. This is the plan of action. Row right here with the chariot and the ship saying to move away from it. And don't worry about it. You good. And your people are good. You good. And you're good enough. That's so powerful. Leave behind. Don't let your past hold you back. Leave that shit behind. Leave the Hierophant traditions and all them stuff behind. Who needs it? Anyone planning an escape from the confines of space and time. Confines. Conventions, norms, traditions. When we're leading ourselves into the wheel of fortune, into this powerful change, into leadership, into purpose and calm, into inner child, into knowing that we're good enough. This is where we're leading into, leaving this behind so that we can remember and align with that. Who needs it? I read that. Where to put it? Wherever you dream, meditate, or grow your light. This is bring in the light, y'all. Bring in the light. Put it where you grow your light. Cleansing. Eliminating the dark, bringing in the light. When to use it? When you're called to take your spiritual practice to another level. It's easy to stay stuck in something that isn't working. Staying stuck. This is stuck in what's not working. There's a comfort to safe and status quo. This is why you're getting that guidance right here. Your loved ones are safe. Yo, you can't listen. Look at this. Yo, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Because it's basically telling you if you're worried. And yeah, with the card saying, yeah, I know status quo is safe. Yeah, I know traditions and conventions and sticking to what they tell you is the right thing to do is safe. But no excuses. You're good. No, sorry. That's not a good enough excuse anymore because we've just confirmed that even after the rocky ship ride, y'all are you're gonna make it through. You good. Even after the bumpy roads, whatever may come, you're good. You and your peeps are good. There's comfort to safe and status quo, but there's an unknown out there with unlimited blissed out possibilities. Ask Sugilite to light the way there. Bring in the light. This is the same alignment. Wow. Stretch the limits of your imagination. Chariot and ship energy of taking that leap and moving away from something that you've always known that again makes you feel safe. It's, conventional and everybody expects it of you and it's just, stick to it. That's actually not the safe thing to do. And stretching the limits of your imagination is going to bring you closer to the light. Imagination, aligning with the Page of Wands, which is bringing in that creativity and new beginnings, new ideas, and investing your time and your energy and your money into that. Aligning with that childlike energy, imagination, children with the imagination. Yo, look at this connection. Because kids have their imagination on point. We lose that shit. We have to re-tap into this child energy. Stretch the limits of our imagination. And remember what it means to just run with the butterflies. Bring in the light. Tibetan black quartz. The black in Tibetan black quartz references the storm-like bursts of an inky mineral, often found inside the stone. The Tibetan references the crystal's Himalayan origins. Tibetan black quartz reminds those on the spiritual path to non-judgmentally ask, could I be even clearer right now? Yo. First, before I keep reading, there's a lot here in regards to spiritual path, in regards to aligning with what is your purpose, what is your calm, taking the gamble on the wheel of fortune, stepping away from what's traditional, and being a little bit more radical, being a little bit, again, more spiritual, a little bit more trusting of this new earth energy that, yes, is a little wulu 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 pie in the sky, but that's the change. You are good enough. There is going to be longevity in that thing. It is about tapping back into the child, because the child and that inner child and children are more connected to source and more connected to nature. Again, we drive ourselves, we float away from that energy and then end up getting stuck in this energy and forget what it means, or even forget or not connect to our purpose at all because of how inundated we are with this traditional way of being. And now this is about asking again, could I be even clearer right now? That aligns with focus. Think about, what is it really? Do I really want this? Aligning with this here, Page of Wands, you think about the creative idea, whatever it is that is making that, whatever the opposite is of this, whatever it is, again, this is purpose. The Page of Wands is aligning with purpose. You know what that thing is. You know what makes you feel like a kid again when you're doing it. What makes you feel like you're good enough. What makes you, want to believe that if I do this thing, I can actually make something out of it that's going to have longevity. So when you process all of that, especially through the energy of a child, focusing and thinking about that passion, thinking about that purpose, that idea, that creation, that product, that service that you want to spend your whole day doing, and know that you're good enough again to ask for what it is that is worth your time, because you're giving it that kind of time. You're giving it that meticulousness. You're giving it that efficiency. So you take the time and strategize exactly what that is. And ask that question. If you could be any clearer right now. Who needs it? Metaphysicists, occultists, tantrists, and Sagittarians. And this energy is super flower moon, blood moon in Sagittarius. I mean, come on. It's awesome. It's awesome. Where to put it? Wherever you are looking to elevate the vibe, operate on a higher plane, and explore the vastness of your human consciousness. When to use it? When you're chasing enlightenment on the meditation cushion. When you're pulling tarot cards. Awesome. Light up your spiritual path. Again, bringing in the light. That light is there too. Purpose. It's in there with thinking about a spiritual path. And again, let's be real. Most of the time, what makes us question whether we should invest in that thing is because it's spiritual, is because it's a heart-centered idea. It's because it's not something practical, or that's a regular 9-to-5 or whatever it is. And this is literally saying that's exactly what you need to do. That's exactly what, and also you're good enough. And you're worthy of doing something that makes you feel expansive on a spiritual level. That's all there is, man, in this life. Seriously, that's the immortal. This job, all whatever it is that's holding us back, that's not what feeds our soul. And when this life perishes, when we transition, it's that same soul that's going to be looking at the next life being like, yo, I hope you get it right this time. That's real. So let's get it right. And align with the spirit, align with what our soul really wants. Our soul wants us to live our purpose. That's what it's here for. And every morning we wake up, our soul gives us another chance to do that. And we choose to let it down or not. So, this is powerful stuff. And, again, aligning it with this Sagittarius moon, there's no accident as well because of, Sagittarian energy. Kai's a Sagittarius, so You know, I know the energy well, and they're so good at everything that they do, and very, very intuitive, very, very in tune, very social in that sense as well. So thinking about what that passion is, what that purpose is, chances are is going to be in service of so many people, and is also going to remind people you're going to be a living example of taking that chance, and now as a result providing this product or this service to someone else and letting them know you too are good enough. What's your idea? So even just in doing it, you taking this chance, you spinning the wheel of fortune and changing the, you know, the course of your life and the turn of events, and believing in the luck that you are deserving of, believing in the fortune that you're deserving of, because you are good enough. And that what it is that you're creating, what it is that you are purposeful and passionate about is good enough, and people are going to want and need it, let alone the example that you are setting by making the choice to provide this service or this product. Where to put it? Wherever you are looking to elevate the vibe, operate on a higher plane, and explore the vastness of your human consciousness. When to use it, when you're chasing enlightenment on the meditation cushion, when you're pulling tarot cards. So I wanted to read that again, just to again bring in the notion of this heart-centered spiritual path. Purpose, longevity, being good enough, childlike energy, Page of Wands, new beginnings of a, you know, creative idea that you want to make more time. All of that is very, very specific to elevating yourself, is very, very specific to, you know, the vastness of human consciousness, of chasing enlightenment, of meditation, you know, even that saying to use this crystal when you're doing a spread right now, to bring in the actual tarot in this situation right now is like further confirmation for me on a personal level that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, even if I don't share this with anyone. I'm literally getting the confirmation that I like, this is part of my heart-centered focus, you know, and that I am living my purpose and I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's why the cards, you know, and the interpretations and the messages come through so clearly, you know, as they do, because I am in alignment when I'm doing this. It's not like work. It's not, you know, it's just, it's back to natural. And I never even realized, you know, how comfortable and how connected and free and open to the channeling until I started focusing and taking action and doing it more, making it my new choice, realizing that it is part of my purpose. And that it may seem impractical to many others, like, you do readings? Oh, you read cards? Okay, you know? And it's like, yeah, I do. Among other things that are all in alignment and part of that Page of Wands idea and purpose that came through, that moved me away from what I was doing. That was absolutely not fulfilling me, and was not in service of the universe, of nature, of others. And I did have to spin the wheel. I did have to believe that I was good enough, even the good enough to do this, you know. In so many ways, we're always still learning. In so many ways, I'm still learning the cards. There's so many decks that I work with, and, you know, it's impossible in some ways. You know, just the tarot and its 78 cards, it's like sometimes I still gotta, you know, take a little peek at my cheat sheet to make sure that, you know, what I'm reading is accurate, because of how in depth and how many cards there are just in that one deck. But then I get the confirmation that I'm good enough when I actually take the action and do it, and the things just come through. So you're only going to know that you're good enough when you take the chance and you move away, you take the chance, you spin the wheel. You take the risk, it's a gamble. It is a gamble. Life is a gamble. Sticking here is more of a gamble, I can assure you. For sure, with this powerful change, with this energy that's happening right now. Because that shit is about to crumble. You don't want to be in that building. Apophyllite. Oh, awesome. I work with an Apophyllite mirror, pyramid. It's actually out in water right now for an elixir. What is it? Apophyllite acts like a teleportation device to places transcendent, often sourced from enchanted India, birthplace of Tantra Yoga, Nagchampa. Apophyllite clears skepticism, cynicism, and logic from the spiritual path. Now listen. Are you like Wheel of Fortune? Spin the wheel, take the gamble. Powerful change, leadership, finding your calm, and then right now I was just talking about the chance that you take, and that you might want to be mindful about thinking that that's a safer place to be, because that shit is about to crumble and you want to make the right choice. And this is clearing away skepticism. That same thing I was just talking about when people be like, oh, you read cards or whatever. There's always going to be a skeptic. You're going to make this choice out of this. You're going to, for example, leave that job or that relationship or whatever because you want to be reminded how good you are, that you are good enough. You want to feel like a happy, joyful, throwing caution to the wind child again. You want to invest your time and your energy into your passion, into your projects, into your art, into your creativity, into that thing that makes you feel like you're living your purpose. There is going to be skepticism, and as long as you are the one that is clearing away your own skepticism, once you make that movement, once you take that leap to move away from it, then it doesn't matter how skeptical other people are. And it doesn't even matter if they're converted into believing later on or not. It does not matter. Literally. You have to just decide that for yourself. So I love that this is coming through and ending it, because we may hear all of this and then we're still like, yeah, but am I really supposed to just, yes. But again, yes, if this is what you want. Definitely no if you want to, stick with the dictator. Sure. You want to stick with society. You want to stick with the, what's going to get you traditional likes on Instagram, fine, do that until it falls away. And then, whatever it is that you've invested your time in falls away with it. This is really a time to forge our own paths. We realized that through COVID, with how many people lost their jobs who were dependent on, companies and employers and all of these things. And then now people were forced to try to diversify, find a new way, start their own business. People had time to write, to paint, to all of the things that the card said, specifically in the Garnet card here, starting off saying to do what it is that you're not doing when you are an artist. If you are a writer, then that's what you should be doing. So, the point is that we've already been shown glimpses of why it's important to spin that wheel, and take that risk and take that leap of faith and align with, again, that creative imagination, childlike energy that is going to move us away from this thing that is holding us back, literally, and keeping us from powerful change, keeping us from our fortune, from our luck, from the leadership, from, again, this is exactly that. It's the leadership. It's being in charge, you being the one that decides, not being dependent, having sovereignty, having autonomy, so that it doesn't matter what happens with life. It doesn't matter when that falls away. You've been out of it already. You can be like, I saw that shit coming. It's like being in the stock market and like knowing that shit's about to crash, and then you sell your stock. As long as you do it the legal way, but this is your life. At the end of the day, it's more important than stocks. So if you know that something is about to crash and you have stock in it, you have stake in it, you better wake up before that shit crumbles with your time and your life and your passion and your purpose all rolled up in it, or not being attended to at all because you're so busy focusing on that, taking action on that, being held back because of that. Because this energy is just if you don't make the movement, if you stay skeptical, if you stay concerned, if you stay worried, if you don't believe that you and your loved ones are going to be safe, if you ignore the idea and the passion and the inner child and the fortune and the gamble, and you're too scared to take the risk and to take the gamble, not believing that you're good enough, or being scared of powerful change. Who needs it? Anyone looking for that ray of light, 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 light from an on high to hit them with something good. This is the hit with something good. This is the hit with something good. You got the hit. You are the hit. You are the something good, good enough. You and your loved ones are safe. You're good. You already got it. You just have to believe in it and invest in it. Bring in the light. Bring in the light. That's a call to action that you actually have to take the action to make the choice. It's not going to just be handed to you. And at the end of the day, it can't be handed to you. This is about your idea, your passion, your brand, your business, your concept, your invention, your book, your song. Whatever it is, you know what it is. Where to put it? Wherever you practice religion, meditate, channel, pray. When to use it? When the spiritual life feels like a moving target. When you feel skeptical about your true purpose on earth. When you feel like your yeah but thoughts are dishonoring the innermost you. Listen. It's everything that was just said. When we talk ourselves out of this decision because we're so focused on this, and more so because of what this energy is going to say, because of what this society or this person is going to say. So we stay stuck. We stay held back. We stay focused on that instead of taking action to bring in the light, to bring in the inner child energy. And what does she want to do? What does he want to do? Like, if you got to be a kid again, and not with the idea of what kids do, if you got to choose as a kid what you get to be and do as an adult, what would that be? With what you know now, but with that kid energy of primarily you do whatever you want until somebody tells you not to. But in this case, you're a grown-up, so they can't tell you not to. They can't tell you not to. They can't tell you not to. What is that thing that you get to decide that they can't tell you not to? And don't be skeptical. Don't, yeah, but I don't know if oh, then forget it. Then stay there and watch it crumble. Or figure out all of the logistics that clearly the universe is like backing you up beyond. I am so inspired by this because I'm doing the reading as a general expression, but it's for me too at the end of the day. Every reading that I do that is for an energy overview or for someone else is for me too in so many ways. And this one was specific to what is the message for all of us. So I'm like, yo, this is awesome. And I feel so reassured given that I've already taken that journey away from this old earth. And even when times are hard, you know, again, with starting the new business and the new brand and, you know, one woman grow and trying to figure it all out, it's daunting. But this is like telling me, yo, you're good. You're good. Y'all are good. It's all good. It's good. You're good. You're good. Good. Longevity, leadership, purpose, it's all there. When you feel like your yeah, but thoughts are dishonoring the innermost you, That's why this is so important. Because this is about purpose. Like I was just saying about the soul of your soul chooses you every day you wake up again. And are you going to do it right? Are you going to do right by your soul? Or wait for the next life and see if they're going to get it right by your soul? Your soul knows what you're supposed to be doing right now. Your childlike energy knows that same thing. Your imagination knows that same thing. Your creativity, your purpose, your passion, your calm, your joy knows that same thing, and it all points to the same thing. Beam yourself up, way up, is the final message on this card. Really glad that I pulled these cards. Because, yeah, that definitely capped it very, very powerfully. Wow. And again, you know, it's deeper when you read an interpretation versus when you just get a few prompts and can see the connections. It's powerful. There's no doubt about it. If in some ways it's even more powerful because it's definitely the channeling, because it's your own. It's spirit coming through and using me to express it. But when the words are there that also say everything that, you know, was just intuitively expressed, it's information, and then this is confirmation. You know, I channel information, and then reading very direct interpretations is confirmation to the information. And that's, I'm very, very grateful. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Wow. This was awesome. This was awesome. Well, we got choices. And I'm grateful that I've already chosen and chose the right one. Yet again, Amen, Ashe. It is done, so it is. Asante Sana, angels, ancestors, God, Goddess, nature, we, us. So thankful. Thank you.